The procrastination plague. Have you ever found yourself scrolling mindlessly through social media or binge-watching shows when you should be working on an important project or studying for an exam? If so, you're not alone. Procrastination is a modern-day epidemic that affects millions of people, robbing them of productivity, success, and inner peace. We've all been there, hitting the snooze button one too many times, leaving that dreaded task for later, only to find ourselves overwhelmed and scrambling to meet deadlines. Procrastination is like a sneaky demon that whispers tempting excuses in our ears, luring us away from what truly matters. But what if I told you that the key to slaying this procrastination demon lies in the wisdom of ancient philosophers? Stoicism, a school of thought dating back to ancient Greece and Rome, offers powerful insights and strategies that could revolutionize how you approach your tasks and goals. Imagine a student, let's call her Emily, who struggled with chronic procrastination. Despite her best intentions, she constantly put off assignments until the last minute, leading to sleepless nights, poor work, and mounting stress. Sound familiar? Ancient wisdom, modern solution. Stoicism, a philosophy founded by the ancient Greek thinker Zeno of Citium, emphasizes living in alignment with nature, embracing virtues like self-control and resilience, and focusing on what's within our control. At the same time, it may seem like an ancient and irrelevant concept. Still, the teachings of Stoicism have profound relevance in our modern, fast-paced world, especially when battling procrastination. Stoic philosophy's core lies in mastering our perceptions and emotions. Procrastination often stems from negative thought patterns, such as fear of failure, perfectionism, or a lack of motivation. The Stoics understood that our thoughts shape our reality, and by reframing our perspectives, we can overcome the mental barriers that fuel procrastination. For example, one of the vital Stoic principles is the dichotomy of control, separating what's within our power from what isn't. When procrastinating, we often fixate on external factors beyond our control, like the task's difficulty or others' opinions. However, the Stoics teach us to focus our energy on what we can control: our actions, mindset, and effort. Imagine if Emily, our procrastinating student, approached her assignments with this Stoic mindset. Instead of dwelling on the daunting nature of the task or worrying about potential criticism, she could shift her focus to the aspects within her control: her dedication, her time management, and her commitment to producing quality work. To overcome procrastination, we can adopt the practical philosophy of Stoicism. This will give us the mental strength and resilience to face procrastination head-on. By adopting the right mindset and strategies, we can transform procrastination from an overwhelming obstacle into a challenge we can overcome. Taming the demon of desire. Our desire for pleasure and hatred for discomfort often causes procrastination. We seek immediate satisfaction by browsing social media or watching TV shows, while avoiding the effort and difficulty required to complete essential tasks. To put it simply, we procrastinate because we want to feel good right now, even though it may lead to negative consequences in the long term. The Stoics recognized this human tendency and offered powerful insights into managing our desires. According to the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This principle reminds us that we can control our reactions and choose how to respond to our desires. Imagine Emily, our procrastinating student, faced with the temptation of mindless social media scrolling instead of starting her essay. The Stoic approach would be to pause and acknowledge the desire for instant pleasure, but then consciously resist it, in favor of the long-term satisfaction of completing her work. The Stoics also taught the concept of negative visualization, a mental exercise in which we imagine the potential consequences of indulging our desires. For instance, Emily could envision the stress and disappointment of rushing to complete her essay at the last minute, or receiving a poor grade due to subpar work. By practicing negative visualization, we can cultivate a deeper appreciation for the present moment and the tasks, rather than succumbing to fleeting desires that ultimately undermine our goals and well-being. Another Stoic strategy for taming desire is the concept of premeditation malorum, or the premeditation of potential adversities. This involves mentally preparing ourselves for challenges and difficulties to better handle them with resilience and stability when they arise. For Emily, this could mean acknowledging the inherent difficulty and discomfort associated with essay writing and recognizing that these challenges are temporary and surmountable with discipline and perseverance. By embracing these Stoic principles, we can develop a greater awareness of our desires and a more vital ability to manage them, freeing ourselves from procrastination and cultivating a more focused and productive mindset. Mastering the present moment. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is living in the present moment, a concept that holds immense value in our battle against procrastination. When we procrastinate, we often find ourselves trapped in a cycle of rumination about the past or anxiety about the future, neglecting the present moment and the tasks at hand. The Stoic philosopher Seneca eloquently captured this idea by saying, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient." Imagine Emily, our procrastinating student, constantly worrying about the looming deadline for her essay or dwelling on past failures. By embracing Seneca's wisdom, she could learn to let go of these unproductive thoughts and instead focus her energy on the present task, writing her essay with dedication and mindfulness. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of living in alignment with nature and accepting the natural flow of events. When we resist the present moment or cling to unrealistic expectations, we create unnecessary suffering and make it harder to take action. For Emily, this could mean acknowledging that writing an essay is a natural part of her academic journey and that discomfort and challenges are inevitable. By accepting these realities with equanimity, she can approach her task with a sense of calm and focus rather than resistance and procrastination. One powerful Stoic technique for cultivating present moment awareness is the practice of mindfulness meditation. Training our minds to stay grounded in the here and now allows us to develop the mental clarity and focus necessary to tackle tasks without succumbing to distractions or procrastination. Imagine Emily taking a few minutes before starting her essay to engage in a brief mindfulness exercise, such as focusing on her breath or practicing body scanning. This simple act can help her quiet the mental chatter, center herself in the present moment, and approach her work with renewed clarity and intention. By mastering the present moment through Stoic principles and practices, we can break free from procrastination and unlock a newfound sense of productivity, focus, and inner peace. The art of self-discipline. At the heart of overcoming procrastination lies the cultivation of self-discipline, a virtue that the Stoics held in high regard. Self-discipline is the ability to govern our thoughts, emotions, and actions to pursue our goals, even in the face of temptation and adversity. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized the importance of self-discipline, stating, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer you that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. This analogy reminds us that cultivating self-discipline is a process that requires patience, persistence, and a long-term perspective. Just as a fig tree doesn't bear fruit overnight, developing the self-control needed to overcome procrastination takes time and consistent effort. For Emily, our procrastinating student, this could mean setting realistic goals and breaking her essay into manageable tasks, gradually building her self-discipline muscle with each small victory over procrastination. The Stoics also taught the concept of premeditation, or the practice of mentally rehearsing and preparing for challenges before they arise. By anticipating potential obstacles and temptations, we can fortify our resolve and develop strategies to overcome them. Imagine Emily anticipating the urge to procrastinate by scrolling through social media or watching TV while working on her essay. Through the Stoic practice of premeditatio, she could mentally prepare herself for these distractions and develop countermeasures such as disabling notifications, setting time limits, or physically removing herself from tempting environments. Another Stoic principle supporting self-discipline is the memento mori, or contemplating mortality. By reflecting on the fleeting nature of life, we can cultivate a sense of urgency and appreciation for the present moment, motivating us to use our time wisely and pursue our goals with focused determination. For Emily, memento mori could be a powerful reminder to make the most of her academic opportunities and avoid squandering her precious time on procrastination and distractions. One Stoic exercise that can help develop self-discipline is the practice of voluntary discomfort. This involves intentionally exposing ourselves to minor discomforts or challenges, such as taking a cold shower or fasting for a short period. By conquering these small tests of willpower, we build our self-disciplinary muscles, making it easier to resist the temptation of procrastination in the face of more significant challenges. Embracing the Stoic mindset. While the Stoic principles and strategies we've explored thus far offer powerful tools for combating procrastination, their true power lies in embracing the Stoic mindset, a fundamental shift in perspective that can transform our approach to life and work. The Stoic mindset is one of acceptance, resilience, and focus on what's within our control. It's a way of living that cultivates inner peace, self-mastery, and the ability to navigate life's challenges with equanimity and wisdom. Imagine Emily, our procrastinating student, adopting this Stoic mindset. Instead of viewing her essay as a daunting burden, she could reframe it as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Rather than resisting the discomfort of writing, she could embrace it as a natural part of the process, acknowledging that discomfort is often necessary for progress. By embodying the Stoic mindset, Emily could approach her tasks with calm determination, free from the debilitating anxieties and distractions that often fuel procrastination. One of the critical aspects of the Stoic mindset is the concept of amor fati, or the love of one's fate. This doesn't mean passive acceptance of circumstances, but rather a willing embrace of the present moment and a recognition that every situation, no matter how challenging, holds the potential for growth and wisdom. For Emily, practicing amor fati could mean acknowledging the reality of her essay deadline and embracing the opportunity to develop her writing skills, time management abilities, and personal discipline. The Stoic mindset also emphasizes the virtue of equanimity, the ability to maintain a balanced and rational perspective in the face of adversity or external circumstances. By cultivating equanimity, We can avoid being swept away by fleeting emotions or reactive impulses, often leading to procrastination and poor decision-making. Imagine Emily encountering setbacks or frustrations while working on her essay. With a Stoic mindset rooted in equanimity, she could approach these challenges with a level head, focusing on what's within her control and taking practical steps to overcome obstacles rather than succumbing to procrastination or self-defeat. The Stoic mindset is like a sturdy shield that protects us from procrastination, distraction, and self-doubt. Just as warriors rely on their shields to deflect enemy blows, embracing the Stoic mindset can help us deflect the mental and emotional attacks that often derail our productivity and progress. Stoic warriors against procrastination. Throughout this journey, we've explored the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and its profound relevance in our modern battle against procrastination. From taming our desires to mastering the present moment, cultivating self-discipline, and embracing the Stoic mindset, these timeless principles offer a powerful arsenal for slaying the procrastination demons that hold us back. Imagine the transformation Emily, our once procrastinating student, has undergone by adopting these Stoic strategies. No longer is she a slave to fleeting pleasures or crippling anxieties. Instead, she approaches her tasks with focus, resilience, and a deep sense of inner peace. The Stoics understood that true freedom and fulfillment come not from external circumstances, but from the mastery of our minds and emotions. By embracing their teachings, we too can liberate ourselves from the shackles of procrastination and unlock our full potential as productive, self-disciplined individuals. So, my fellow Stoic warriors, it's time to take up arms against the procrastination demons that have plagued us for too long. Equip yourselves with the wisdom of the ancient Stoics and let their principles guide you on the path to productivity, self-mastery, and inner tranquility. Remember, the battle against procrastination is not won in a single day, but through a lifetime of consistent effort and unwavering commitment to personal growth. Embrace the Stoic virtues of resilience, self-discipline, and equanimity, and you'll find yourself conquering challenges that once seemed impossible. The road ahead may be long, but with the Stoic mindset as your compass, you'll navigate it with grace, focus, and an unshakable determination to live your best life, free from the chains of procrastination. Let this transformative journey guide you to becoming the Stoic warrior you were destined to be, a true master of your time, your actions, and the future.